So rating this out of that's hot. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you guys who don't know, my name is Tiffany, and recently I've been super interested in fast recipes. Whether you're too busy to make food, too tired to make food, or busy watching Netflix and want to get back to what you're watching, I got you. So today we're trying 5 easy microwavable recipes that are also dorm friendly for those of you guys in college. Friendly reminder to wear your mask and stay safe. All the recipes will be linked in the description below, and without further ado, let's get to it. So what you will need is flour tortillas. It says chicken, but I didn't have any, so I just used the bell pepper. Taco seasoning, I didn't have that either, so I just made it. And cheese. So first we're gonna place 2 tortillas on a plate and then microwave it for 1 minute. And then we're gonna cut up some red bell peppers. And it was pretty hard for me to cut it up. I had a lot of trouble with this, but it came along, and I guess you could just enjoy this video of me cutting up the bell pepper into cubes or dices or whatever shapes they are. Now I'm just putting it into a bowl and then sprinkling on the taco seasoning and giving it a nice stir, then popping it back in the microwave for another minute until the bell peppers are soft. Now I'm going to spread it onto the tortilla and then putting the cheese on, and then after that just putting another tortilla on top of it and then putting it back in for a minute. Now I'm cutting up the tortilla. I'm cutting in fourths, and it's pretty hard for me to cut it up. I didn't want everything to spill out, so I'm trying to do it as careful as I can, and now I'm going to continue. Here is an up close shot. Okay, so here we have the quesadilla that we just made. And then let's try it. Okay. So hold on. So my dog's here. I know he can eat cheese. I know he can eat bell peppers, I think. But I don't want to feed him. Actually, do you want a cheese, Maxie? Here. What do you think, Maxie? Okay, so you like it, okay, Tiffany? So it doesn't taste bad at all. It just really tastes like bell peppers and cheese in it. But the only thing throwing me off is the texture. It's a really chewy texture, which it's not bad, but it's a pretty quick and easy quesadilla to make. It's like in my tooth right now. So if I were to rate this out of 5 stars, it'll probably be a good 4.5. There's nothing wrong with it at all. It's actually pretty good, but it's probably just a bit more chewy for me. But other than that, it's not that bad. So good 4 thumbs up or 4 stars or whatever is at the bottom. We're going to need eggs, milk, oil, some toppings, so I chose cheese, bell pepper, spinach, ham, and some seasoning. We're gonna start by cutting up some bell peppers, and then we're cutting it into a good cube size or like a good dice size like the last one. And then we're just gonna try again and make it a little bit smaller. Scooping it to one side, we're going to start on the spinach. It was supposed to be chives, but I didn't have chives, so spinach is going to work. And then I'm going to scoop that to one side and then start with the ham. And we're going to slice up some ham. It's a cute little rectangle square shaped thingies, and then we're going to slide that on to one side too. It also said having shredded cheese, but I don't have shredded cheese, so I made my own. And then we're going to scoop that to one side. And then we're going to add some oil in and then mix it around a bit to coat the mug, and then adding in 1 egg. And then I made a bit of a mess, so I'm just wiping the egg whites that has splashed down. I don't know why I get surprised when these things happen anymore. We're adding another egg in, milk, and then giving it a whisk. Now putting some cheese in, some bell pepper, some spinach, and some ham, giving that a whisk. And then now we're adding a bit of salt in and some more salt and then putting everything in and just giving it a whisk. We're putting the microwave now for 20 seconds and then giving it a mix, another 20 seconds. Giving that a mix, another 20 seconds. Giving that a mix, the fourth 20 seconds. And then giving that a mix. And then for the fifth 20 seconds, we're gonna give that one more mix and then get a new fork, and this is the last time we will do it. So we're gonna pause it here, take it out, and voila. We are back with the omelet that I made. So for this one, it looks like that. It's still pretty hot, but it cooled down for the most part, so we're going to try it now. It smells like a regular omelet. It tastes pretty good. I can't really tell that it's microwaved at all. It has like this spongy texture when eggs get microwaved, but this for some reason doesn't have it. It's actually really good if you're on the go or something, or if you need breakfast like right away and you have all the ingredients cut up already. You can just toss it in a mug and just make it. The only thing about it is you would have to stand by the microwave because you have to stir it every 20 to 30 second increment. But other than that, it's not bad. It's a pretty good omelet in case you forgot to wash a pan or you can't find your pan. So rating this out of that's hot. Okay, so rating this out of 5 stars, it'll probably be a good 4.5 stars. Actually, it would be a good 4.5 stars because even though the texture is pretty close-ish to it, the more you eat it, the more you can tell that it's not from a pan. But other than that, it's really good. The only reason why this isn't 5 stars is because you would have to stand by the microwave the whole time it's cooking. But I feel like you could just do that on the pan. So it'll probably take the same amount of time, but if you don't have a pan like on hand, this is actually pretty smart for the microwave. So yeah. We're going to need potatoes, oil, salt, and some toppings, so I chose cheese and butter spread. So I forgot to record the first part, but what I did was I poked holes with the fork in the potato, and then I put some oil around it, and then I also put some salt to coat it. But now I'm putting it in the microwave for 7 to 9 minutes. I chose 7 because I used a golden potato instead of russet potato. So I'm just going to wait for that and enjoy some music as you see the potato spin round and round. One minute left. You can do this, potato. With 0. Okay, so we're done. We're gonna take it out of the microwave with a mitten and then slicing it in half. We're gonna use our fork to fluff everything out like how a potato would look like. I don't know. And then adding some cheese in there and then popping that back in for 30 seconds to melt the cheese. Once it's done, we're gonna toss it out and add the toppings. I just have butter, so yeah. So now to my favorite part. This is how it looks like. The butter has melted. Honestly, when I first was cooking this, I thought I burnt it because I touched the potato. It was like rock hard, like I couldn't do it. But I didn't have like a russet potato, so I used golden ones instead, and it turned out okay-ish. I also feel like I put too much cheese on this, but we're just going to go with it. Why am I struggling? Okay, so this is how it looks like. Just like a cheesy potato, so we're gonna give it a try. It tastes like something really familiar, but I don't know what it is. I don't know. But it's a pretty good potato. I like how it was kind of like hands off. Like once you put it in the microwave, you can just step back for like 7 to 9 minutes and then you do something else and then come back to it. So that was really nice. It was a pretty easy one. You just put things on it. But yeah, this is a really nice meal to have. It's really good. I don't see anything wrong with this. Potatoes are really good. I don't know what else to say because it's just a potato and it does work. So it works. I feel like every recipe I've tried so far has gone like really well. But out of 5 stars, I think I'm gonna give this 4.5 like the last one. The only reason why is because each potato kind of varies in size, so it's kind of hard to tell like what's a perfect time to put in the microwave. That's probably the only reason why it'll be a 4.5, because it varies so much. But other than that, it's really good. So yeah, it's pretty good.
We're going to need white chocolate chips, milk, all-purpose flour, baking powder, and Oreos.
So we're gonna toss our white chocolate chips into a mug and microwave that for 30 seconds. And then take it out and stir it around, and then do that again for 20-30 seconds increments until it is melted. And then I didn't know when to stop, so I kept on tossing it back in the microwave. And I felt like it would burn, but I didn't know, so I tossed it in again, and then I got quite impatient, so I did a minute, and then I pulled it out, and then it was kind of burned. But then I add some flour, baking powder, and milk in, and then giving it a stir. Then I added some Oreos, crushed them up, and then give that a stir, make sure everything's well incorporated. I left some chunks for the Oreos. Then putting back in the microwave for a minute, and then watching that go round and round. Once it's out, it looks pretty good, so I set it aside for a while. So we're done with our cookies and cream cake, and I let it set for about like 20 minutes, and now we're going to try it. This is how it looks like. It smells really good. Okay, so when I was melting the white chocolate chips, in my head I thought, what if like it just got burnt when I put some more time on it and I didn't. Anyways, it got burnt. It smelled like toasted white chocolate, if that's a thing, but it smells still pretty good. Enough rambling around, we're gonna go on and try this. I also heard that if you put egg in like mug cakes and everything, it would be like spongy, and that's why like this one shouldn't be spongy. But this is what it looks like. Okay, so we're gonna try it. It has a really nice texture to it. It's not spongy at all, but it is a bit like bland. So if I were to do this again, which I think I probably will in the future, I'll probably add more sugar into it. So out of 5 stars, I want to give this a 3. I feel like with sugar, it would be a 5. Even though I burned the chocolate, it would be a 5 because it's a really good recipe. But this is a little bit bland, so 3.
We're going to need butter, brown sugar, baking powder, salt, vanilla extract, flour, and chocolate chips.
So we're going to cut some butter up and then put it into a bowl and melt it, and then add some brown sugar in, some sugar, baking powder, vanilla extract, and then giving it a mix until it's smooth or smooth-ish. Adding some flour and giving that a mix too. And then we're going to go on and add some chocolate chips in, and then give that a mix, and then we're going to add some chocolate chips on top for a surprise, and then microwaving that for a minute. Once it's out, it looks like that, and we're done. Now on to our cookie. It's so hot still. Oh my god. Okay, so this is how it looks like as it's burning my fingers. Inside over here doesn't look like a cookie, but the outside does, so I'm kind of curious of that, like why it's like that. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not, but it's pretty hard in the middle. So I'm just gonna, oh, actually they give it a really nice crunch, so we're gonna try that. Okay, here's how it looks like. Smells just like chocolate. A little bit of like a toffee flavor, I guess because of the brown sugar in it. Well, let's try this. I made their cookies once with the oven, so I have something to compare it to. The cookie's not that bad. I think I added a bit more salt than was needed. If you want like one cookie this would be pretty good. I prefer the oven one, but to rate this from 1 to 5, I would probably say like a, okay, taste wise, I'm going with a 3.5. Convenient wise, I'm going with a 4. Just because if I'm already getting all those ingredients out, I'd rather just bake it rather than just put it in the microwave. Even if it's just like one person, because I could just save the cookies later on. Or I could just eat them. So 3.5 and a 4, but if you guys want to like put them together, that's like a 3.75. Yeah, 3.75 for this. But yeah, it's not bad. I recommend trying this if you are in the mood for a cookie but don't want to use the oven or anything. It's a good substitute. So yeah. So we're back and I tried and tasted all 5 microwavable foods. And if I were to rate them from my favorite to my least favorite, it'd probably be the quesadilla, the baked potato, the omelet, the chocolate chip cookie, and then the cookies and cream cake. Of course, none of these can beat the long way version, but they're all still pretty good, especially if you want something fast to make and you want to be a chef. Kind of. Anyways, this wraps up today's video. Comment down below which one you like the best, and as always, if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell icon, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!